Hello, friend. Let me share some stories and lessons I've learned throughout my life. I'm known around here as Mr. Frank, and with my 82 years of experience, I've seen and lived through a lot. Age brings with it a special wisdom, but also some challenges that we need to face with care and attention. Today, I want to talk about some of these situations that many of us seniors face, especially during the night. We'll discuss how to get out of bed without rushing, staying warm, the importance of managing fluid intake, and other habits that can make a big difference to our health and well-being. Join me on this journey, and I hope my stories and advice can be useful to you or someone you know. Precautions when getting up at night. The nights. They can be peaceful and restorative, but they also hide some challenges for us who have accumulated more springs than we'd like to count. I remember one night in particular when I woke up with an urgent need to go to the bathroom. In my youth, I would have jumped out of bed like a cat, but that night something held me back. Maybe it was the accumulated wisdom, or a memory of a friend who had hurt himself by getting up too quickly. The body, as the years go by, needs a little more time to adjust. When we get up abruptly, our circulatory system may not keep up with the speed of movement. The blood, which was circulating calmly while we were lying down, may not be able to redistribute fast enough, and this can result in dizziness or, in more serious cases, fainting. This is because gravity causes blood to pool in the legs, and the body needs time to redistribute it properly, adjusting blood pressure. I remember Mr. Joe, a neighbor who once got up too quickly and ended up fainting. He learned the hard way that it's best to get up slowly. Now he sits on the edge of the bed, takes a few deep breaths, lets his body get used to it, and only then stands up. This simple practice can prevent falls, which are a significant risk for us seniors. Moreover, the nighttime environment can be treacherous. Darkness can hide dangers such as loose rugs or furniture in the way. A practical solution is to keep a soft night light in the bedroom or hallway. I myself keep a small lamp on, which guides me during the night without disturbing my sleep. So, when getting up at night, remember to act calmly and cautiously. Give your body the time it needs to adjust and keep the environment well lit. Small actions like these can make a big difference in your safety and well-being. Staying warm. When getting out of bed the cold winter mornings. When we were young, we might not have cared so much about it, but as the years go by, our body becomes more sensitive to temperature changes. I remember well a frosty morning when my wife, Mrs. Sarah, woke me up saying the house felt like an igloo. Getting out of bed that morning was a real challenge. With aging, our ability to regulate body temperature decreases. This means that when leaving the cozy warmth of the blankets for the cold air of the room, we can feel a significant impact. Exposure to cold can cause contractions in blood vessels, increasing blood pressure and impairing circulation. For us seniors, these changes can be uncomfortable and even dangerous. Sarah has always been practical and found a simple solution. She kept a warm robe next to the bed. So, when she woke up, she wrapped herself in it immediately, keeping warm. I adopted the same habit, and I can say it makes a big difference. Plus, she always insisted on wearing wool socks even indoors to ensure her feet didn't get cold. Another strategy we adopted was to keep the bedroom at a pleasant temperature. During winter, we use a portable heater that turns on automatically before we wake up, ensuring the environment is comfortable. We also close the windows tightly at night to avoid cold drafts. And I can't forget the hot water bottle that my wife puts at our feet before going to sleep, a tradition that has become a comforting ritual. These measures not only help us avoid discomfort, but also prevent more serious health problems, such as the increase in blood pressure caused by cold. Keeping the body warm when getting out of bed is a simple but essential practice to ensure that the day starts well and healthily. Avoiding cold water intake at night. Let's talk about something that may seem trivial, but makes a big difference for us seniors: the temperature of the water we drink during the night. Imagine you wake up thirsty, something that happens frequently, especially if you've eaten something salty at dinner or if the temperature is high. The temptation to drink a glass of cold water can be great, but experience has taught me that this might not be the best choice. Our digestive system, as the years go by, becomes more sensitive. I remember an episode with my friend, Mr. Tom, who always had the habit of drinking cold water. One night he woke up with an intense thirst and drank a glass of cold water without thinking twice. Shortly after, he felt abdominal discomfort that kept him awake for hours. After consulting his doctor, he discovered that cold water can cause cramps and other discomforts, as the body needs to spend energy to heat the liquid to body temperature. Moreover, kidney function also deserves attention. With aging, the kidneys may not be as efficient as before. Ingesting large amounts of fluids, especially at night, can overload these organs. This not only increases the frequency of bathroom trips, interrupting sleep, but can also cause swelling and discomfort. A simple change that Mr. Tom made was to keep a glass of room temperature water next to the bed. So, when he woke up thirsty, he could drink without causing discomfort to the digestive system and without increasing the volume of fluids in the body too much. He also started drinking water in small quantities, just enough to quench his thirst, which helped reduce sleep interruptions. This adjustment not only improved comfort during the night, but also contributed to better sleep quality. Sleeping for longer periods without interruptions is essential for the recovery of body and mind, especially at our age. Additionally, by avoiding cold water consumption, Mr. Tom noticed a reduction in episodes of abdominal discomfort and an overall feeling of well-being. Therefore, when feeling thirsty during the night, opt for room temperature water and drink only what's necessary. This small change may not seem like much, but it makes a significant difference to our health and quality of life. Controlling fluid intake before bed. The issue of fluids at night. This is a point that many of us seniors need to consider carefully. The amount of fluids we ingest before going to sleep can significantly affect the quality of our sleep, something I learned over the years and would like to share with you. In youth, we might not have paid much attention to this, but as the years go by, the body changes and requires more care. I remember a conversation with my friend, Mrs. Emily, who told me about her restless nights. She used to drink tea before bed, believing it would help her relax. However, she noticed that it made her get up several times during the night to go to the bathroom, interrupting her rest. Excessive fluid intake at night can overload the urinary system, which may already be less efficient with age. This not only increases the need to urinate during the night, but can also lead to fragmented and less restorative sleep. Additionally, diuretic drinks such as coffee or tea can further increase urine production, making the problem more pronounced. Mrs. Emily decided to adjust her nighttime routine. She began to limit fluid intake in the hours leading up to sleep, drinking only what was necessary to avoid feeling thirsty. She also chose to avoid diuretic drinks at night, replacing tea with quiet reading or soft music to relax before bed. These changes made a significant difference. She noticed that she could sleep for longer periods without interruptions, which improved her disposition during the day. Moreover, more continuous sleep helped reduce the feeling of tiredness and improved her mood. Another important aspect is the choice of fluids. If it's necessary to drink something before bed, prefer water in small quantities and avoid sugary or caffeinated drinks, which can affect sleep quality. A glass of warm milk, for example, can be a comforting option and less likely to cause interruptions. Therefore, controlling fluid intake before bed is a simple but effective strategy to improve sleep quality. By doing this, you can enjoy more peaceful nights and more energetic days, ensuring that rest is truly restorative. Establishing a healthy sleep routine. Let's talk about the importance of a good sleep routine, something I've learned to value over time. When we were younger, we might not have thought much about our sleeping and waking schedules. However, as the years went by, I realized that a regular routine is essential for maintaining health and well-being. I remember a phase when my sleep was completely irregular. I would go to bed at varying times, sometimes sleeping late, other times too early. This resulted in restless nights and tired days. It was then that my daughter, who is a doctor, explained to me about the circadian rhythm, a natural cycle that regulates our sleep and wakefulness. She suggested I establish a regular sleep routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. At first it seemed like a challenge, but I decided to try. I started going to bed around 10 p.m. and getting up at 6:30 a.m. every day, including weekends. Gradually, my body adjusted to this new rhythm. Regularity helped my body understand when it was time to sleep and when it was time to wake up. I noticed that by maintaining this routine, I fell asleep more easily and my sleep became deeper and more restorative. Waking up at the same time every day also helped regulate my appetite and energy throughout the day. In addition to maintaining a fixed schedule, I adopted some practices to improve sleep quality, avoiding heavy meals and stimulating drinks such as coffee and tea. In the hours leading up to sleep was one of them. I remember one night when I ate an entire pizza late at night and had a terrible night's sleep. I learned that heavy foods can make digestion difficult and disrupt rest. Another practice I adopted was creating an environment conducive to sleep. I kept the room dark, quiet, and at a pleasant temperature. I invested in blackout curtains to block out external light and used earplugs when necessary to ensure a quiet environment. I also started using a sleep mask, especially during summer when the sun rises earlier. To help relax before bed, I incorporated quiet activities into my nighttime routine. Reading, meditation, listening to soft music, or even a light massage helped prepare my body and mind for rest. Avoiding the use of electronic devices, such as cell phones and tablets, at least an hour before bed also made a big difference. The blue light emitted by these devices can interfere with the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Establishing a healthy sleep routine not only improved my sleep quality, but also my quality of life. I feel more willing, in a better mood, and have more energy to enjoy the day. Therefore, I strongly recommend that you also adopt a regular sleep routine, adjusting your habits to ensure truly restorative rest. Avoiding excessive use of electronics before bed. We live in an era where electronic devices are an integral part of our daily lives. Televisions, cell phones, tablets, and computers are always within our reach, offering entertainment and connection to the world. However, over the years I realized that these devices can be major villains when it comes to a good night's sleep. I remember a time when I used to watch television until late at night. The programming was interesting, and I often found myself watching movies or shows that kept me awake until the wee hours. The result was always the same: difficulty falling asleep and interrupted nights of sleep. It was then that my granddaughter, a very smart young woman, explained to me about the effects of blue light emitted by electronic devices. Blue light interferes with the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating our sleep cycle. When exposed to this light before bed, our body may have difficulty understanding that it's time to rest. Moreover, the content we consume can cause mental or emotional excitement, making it harder to relax. I decided to make a change. I started turning off all electronic devices at least an hour before bed. At first it seemed difficult, as I was used to watching television or fiddling with my cell phone until late. However, over time this practice became a healthy habit. To replace the time I spent in front of screens, I adopted other relaxing activities. Reading a good book was one of my favorites. I remember how pleasurable it was to immerse myself in the pages of an engaging story, something I hadn't done in a long time. I also started practicing guided meditation, using only my inner voice and breathing to calm my mind. Another activity I adopted was listening to soft music. I have a collection of vinyl records with classical and instrumental music that are perfect for relaxing. Putting on a record while I prepared for bed became a comforting ritual. The music helped create a calm environment conducive to sleep. For those who enjoy manual activities, knitting, drawing, or writing in a journal are also great options. My wife, Mrs. Sarah, always loved knitting. She told me that this activity helped her relax and prepare for a good night's sleep. I, on the other hand, found pleasure in writing my memoirs in a diary. Recording my thoughts and experiences of the day was a way to empty my mind before sleep. In addition to relaxing activities, it's important to create an environment conducive to sleep. Keeping the room dark, quiet, and at a pleasant temperature can make a big difference. Investing in blackout curtains, earplugs, and a sleep mask can help create an ideal environment for rest. Avoiding excessive use of electronics before bed not only improved my sleep quality, but also allowed me to rediscover the pleasure of simple and relaxing activities. If you haven't tried it yet, I strongly recommend that you experiment with turning off electronic devices and adopting practices that help prepare your body and mind for a peaceful night's sleep. Consulting a doctor when necessary. We've reached a crucial point in our journey to a healthier and more peaceful life. The importance of consulting a doctor when necessary. As we age, our body goes through various changes, and it's essential to pay attention to the signs it gives us. Ignoring these signs can lead to serious complications, while seeking medical guidance can make a big difference in our quality of life. I remember a period when I started waking up several times during the night, unable to identify the reason. I tried everything, adjusting my sleep routine, controlling fluid intake, avoiding electronics before bed, but nothing seemed to work. It was then that my daughter, concerned about my health, insisted that I consult a doctor. I went to Dr. Roberts' office, a trusted doctor who had been following me for years. He conducted a series of tests and, after careful analysis, discovered that I had hypertension. High blood pressure was causing me to wake up during the night and affecting my sleep. With the diagnosis in hand, he prescribed appropriate medication and made some recommendations about changes in diet and exercise routine. Following Dr. Roberts' guidance made a huge difference. With medication controlling my blood pressure and changes in lifestyle, I started sleeping better and feeling more energetic during the day. This episode taught me the importance of not underestimating the body's signals and always seeking medical help when something seems out of the ordinary. In addition to hypertension, there are other conditions that can affect seniors' sleep, such as diabetes, kidney problems, sleep apnea, and even prostate issues. In the case of men, benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, is a common condition that can cause the frequent need to urinate during the night. If this is the case, it's essential to consult a urologist to assess the situation and receive appropriate treatment. Medical consultation can also be useful for adjusting habits and recommending specific therapies. For example, physiotherapy can help improve mobility and muscle strength, reducing the risk of falls when getting up during the night. Nutritionists can offer guidance on a balanced diet that helps control conditions such as diabetes and hypertension. Psychologists or therapists can assist in managing stress and anxiety, which can also affect sleep quality. Another important aspect is adherence to prescribed treatment. Often, we may feel tempted to adjust or discontinue medication on our own, especially if we start feeling better. However, it's crucial to follow medical guidelines and not make changes without consulting the doctor. Abrupt discontinuation of certain medications can have serious side effects and compromise treatment. My wife, Mrs. Sarah, had a similar experience. She suffered from joint pain that kept her awake at night. After consulting a rheumatologist, she was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and received specific treatment. With the correct medication and some physiotherapy sessions, her pain decreased significantly, and she returned to having more peaceful nights of sleep. Therefore, if you are facing persistent sleep problems or any other health issue, don't hesitate to consult a doctor. Professional guidance is fundamental to identify and treat underlying conditions, ensuring a better quality of life. Remember that taking care of your health is an act of self-love and a way to ensure that we can fully enjoy each day. The importance of regular physical activity. Now let's talk about something that is essential for maintaining health and well-being: regular physical activity. I know that for many of us, the idea of exercising may seem tiring or even scary, especially if we already have some physical limitations. However, I can assure you that physical activity, when done properly and safely, brings numerous benefits to the body and mind. I remember when I started noticing that my movements were getting slower and my joints were aching more frequently. My granddaughter, always concerned about my well-being, encouraged me to join a walking group for seniors at the local park. At first I was a bit reluctant, thinking I wouldn't be able to keep up, but I decided to try. The first walk was challenging, but also invigorating. The group was composed of people my age, all with similar stories and experiences. We walked at a comfortable pace, chatting and enjoying the nature around us. Gradually I noticed my overall energy improving and the pain in my joints diminishing. Walking became an enjoyable activity and an opportunity for socializing. Regular physical activity has many proven benefits. It helps improve blood circulation, strengthens muscles and bones, increases flexibility and balance, and contributes to cardiovascular health. Additionally, exercise releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones that help reduce stress and improve mood. For those who, like me, prefer lighter activities, there are many options besides walking. Water aerobics, for example, is an excellent choice. The water provides resistance to movement, helping to strengthen muscles, while the impact on joints is reduced. My friend, Mrs. Lucy, loves her water aerobics classes and always comments on how light and relaxed she feels after each session. Another activity that can be very beneficial is yoga. Yoga combines stretching exercises with breathing techniques and meditation, promoting relaxation and flexibility. I myself started practicing yoga at home, following videos on television. The movements are gentle and adaptable, and the feeling of peace after each session is indescribable. If you prefer something more dynamic, dancing is a great option. Besides being fun, dancing improves motor coordination, endurance, and cardiovascular health. I participated in some ballroom dancing classes with my wife, Mrs. Sarah, and they were moments of great joy and connection between us. For those with mobility limitations, stretching and strengthening exercises can be done sitting down or with the help of specific equipment. There are exercise programs developed, especially for seniors, that take into account our needs and limitations. The important thing is to stay active within each person's possibilities. Before starting any physical activity, it's essential to consult a doctor to ensure that the chosen exercises are safe and suitable for your health condition. The doctor can recommend specific activities and guide you on the intensity and frequency of exercises. In addition to the physical benefits, regular physical activity also has a positive impact on mental health. It helps combat depression, anxiety, and social isolation, problems that can affect many seniors. Practicing group exercises such as walking or dancing offers opportunities for socialization and creating new friendships, which is essential for our emotional well-being. So don't underestimate the power of physical activity. Find an activity you enjoy and that adapts to your needs, and start slowly. The important thing is to keep moving and make exercise a regular part of your routine. Over time, you'll see the benefits to your health and quality of life. Healthy eating and proper hydration. To complement our journey towards a healthier life, we need to talk about the importance of a balanced diet and proper hydration. What we eat and drink has a direct impact on our health, especially as we age. I remember when I started feeling that my energy was not the same anymore. My daughter, always attentive, suggested that I consult a nutritionist. It was one of the best decisions I made. Dr. Emily explained to me that as the years go by, our metabolism slows down and our nutritional needs change. She helped me adjust my diet to ensure I was getting all the necessary nutrients. A healthy diet should be rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. These foods provide the essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber for the proper functioning of the body. Dr. Emily taught me the importance of consuming foods rich in calcium and vitamin D to maintain bone health, and foods rich in omega-3 for heart health. I also learned the importance of avoiding processed foods and those high in sugars and saturated fats. These foods can contribute to weight gain, increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and negatively affect our energy levels. Reducing salt consumption is also crucial for controlling blood pressure. Hydration is another fundamental aspect. We often forget to drink water throughout the day, but proper hydration is essential for organ health, blood circulation, and cognitive function. Dr. Emily recommended that I drink at least 8 glasses of water a day, adjusting the amount as needed, especially on hot days or during physical activities. To make it easier, I started using a reusable water bottle that I take with me everywhere. This helps me remember to drink water regularly. I also incorporated caffeine-free herbal teas and natural juices into my routine, always in moderation. Additionally, Dr. Emily taught me the importance of having regular and balanced meals. Eating small portions throughout the day helps maintain stable energy levels and avoids excessive hunger, which can lead to poor food choices. Finally, she encouraged me to pay attention to my body's signals. Eating slowly, savoring food, and stopping when I feel satisfied are simple practices that make a big difference. Digestion is more efficient, and the pleasure of eating increases. Conclusion and final reflections. We've reached the end of this journey, where I've shared some of the lessons I've learned throughout life about maintaining health and well-being in our golden years. From taking care when getting up at night, staying warm, controlling fluid intake, establishing a healthy sleep routine, avoiding excessive use of electronics, consulting a doctor, practicing regular physical activity, to the importance of a balanced diet and proper hydration. I hope these stories and advice have been useful to you. Remember that each small change can make a big difference in your quality of life. Taking care of your health is an act of self-love and a way to ensure that we can fully enjoy each day. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave your like. This helps us know we're on the right track and motivates us to continue sharing more tips and stories. Comment below what you thought, share your own experiences and tips. We love hearing from you, and of course share this video with your friends and family. Together, we can create a community of support and encouragement for a healthier and happier life. Thank you very much for accompanying me this far. Take good care of yourself and see you next time. Leave your like, comment, and share this video.